Chris Rock was never just a comedian. He was a survivor. Every joke he told carried the weight of a life shaped by struggle, loss, and the determination to rise above it all. Before fame, before the lights and laughter, there was a boy from Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, riding a bus that would change his life. Born in South Carolina in 1965 and raised in Brooklyn, Chris grew up in a neighborhood divided by color and class. When his mother decided to send him to a mostly white school, she believed it would open doors. Instead, it opened wounds. Every day on that long bus ride, Chris faced racism and bullying that left deep scars. But while others might have broken, Chris learned to observe. He began studying people, their faces, their hypocrisy, their pain. That quiet observation became the foundation of his comedy. He found power in understanding the world that tried to push him down. By the early 1980s, small New York comedy clubs became his escape. The stages were rough, the lights harsh, but Chris finally had a voice. His sets weren't polished, but they were raw and honest, and people felt it. Then came a fateful encounter with Eddie Murphy, who saw something special in him. Murphy became his mentor, helping him land small movie roles and encouraging him to chase greatness. For a moment, it seemed like everything was falling into place. But life, like comedy, is timing, and Chris's timing nearly ran out. After joining Saturday Night Live, he struggled to find his place. His sharp-edged jokes didn't always fit the network's mold, and soon his momentum faded. He fell into depression and turned to drugs. It could have ended there, but pain, once again, became his teacher. In 1996, he returned with Bring the Pain, an HBO special that would redefine his career and modern comedy. Dressed in black, standing under a single spotlight, Chris delivered an hour of truth that hit like thunder. He spoke about race, politics, and the uncomfortable realities America tried to ignore. His energy, intelligence, and courage transformed him overnight into a cultural voice. He wasn't just funny, he was fearless. 2 Emmy Awards later, Chris Rock was a star. But even success couldn't silence his ghosts. He lost close friends like Chris Farley and Bernie Mac, both gone far too soon. Every laugh on stage carried a hint of sadness. Behind the confidence was a man still wrestling with the weight of his past. Yet, he kept moving, hosting the Academy Awards, starring in films, voicing Marty the Zebra in Madagascar, and releasing groundbreaking specials like Bigger and Blacker and Never Scared. Still, personal life brought heartbreak. His marriage collapsed, and therapy forced him to face decades of pain he had buried beneath jokes. Then came 2022, the night that would echo across the world. At the Oscars, in front of millions, Will Smith walked on stage and slapped him. The world froze. Chris didn't fight back. He didn't curse. He stood still, composed, and carried on. That calm wasn't weakness. It was strength built from a lifetime of endurance. It was the bullied kid from Brooklyn standing tall once again. A year later, he turned that moment into art with his Netflix special Selective Outrage. It wasn't revenge, it was reflection. He spoke about fame, hypocrisy, and survival with sharp humor and truth. "I'm not a victim," he said. "I took that hit like Pacquiao." The crowd erupted, not because he joked about pain, but because he turned it into power. Today, Chris Rock stands as one of the most influential voices in comedy. He transformed trauma into laughter and truth into healing. From the buses of Brooklyn to the global stage, he proved that comedy isn't about escaping pain. It's about facing it and laughing anyway.